Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014. See, and then you get, are you ready for this? You love this, right? All this time, my detractors saying, see, Phil's boring, his content sucks, he refuses to do this, he refuses to do that. That might be true. So now I'm going to change a little bit. I'm going to branch out. Hey, maybe I'll leave your stream somewhere else. And then I get a super chat from someone whose name is Constructive Criticism. Whatever happened about you don't like drama? You don't like it? So I got feedback. I'm changing per the feedback I received, and that's a bad thing to you. That my opinion is I'm warming up to changing for the better, you know? Like literally the only reason that in the last 2 months there's been any growth or any change in positivity here is because I have changed. You understand that? I consider doing things differently. I'll walk the path, all right? I'm definitely gonna walk the fucking path. You ready? Here's the path I'm gonna walk. Right to desktop, you fucking piece of shit. I'm not playing this again. The game's terrible. The old Phil would never have gone on Kino Casino because he thinks it's a drama show, correct? The old Phil would have never had Keemstar on his show, correct? The old Phil would have never sat there and reacted to 12 hours of a documentary about himself admitting all of his shortcomings left, right, up, and down. The old Phil would have said, nope, I want to ignore all of that and just sit here and play video games. And the old Phil would have stayed in his lane, did absolutely nothing to branch out, and the old Phil would be right back where we were with no growth, no change, no positivity, no interest. Just my core fan base, and that's it.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill, and the incredible amount of games, new games. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill, and the incredible amount of games, new games.
Now, I very well could continue to operate like that for the rest of my life, but maybe in some cases it makes sense to try some different things. I literally just explained that 12 years ago, I was in a very similar position to where I am today, and I chose to stick my fingers in my ears and say, I can't hear you, and do the same thing, and that was the cause of my major downfall as a content creator. Do you understand that? So that's why thinking about changing, trying to expand, trying to be different, listening to the input I'm getting is a good thing. And if you try it and it doesn't work, then what's the big deal? Nothing has been lost. It was a stream or two, right? It's not the big deal. See, here we go. No, you're abandoning all of your morals and your principles. No. I'm not going to immediately start doing content that all I'm doing is attacking people and ripping people a new butthole. I'm basically taking a look at things that have been towards me for so long and just throwing it back in their faces, right? Who have I been talking about all week? Review Tech, my biggest A-logger in the last 10 years, who literally all he's done is sat on his stream making fun of me, and he made about $100,000 or more doing it. Do you understand? This guy has made more than 6 figures of bank literally ragging on me. I have every right to clap back at that fucker. Do you understand? That's not abandoning my morals. I'm not sitting here just looking at the news and calling it out in a dramatic fashion. I'm not picking on random people on the internet and punching down. That's not what's happening. People who have already gave me shit. That's who I'm addressing. That's who I'm bringing up. Ethan Ralph did that before I even knew who he was. He was talking shit about me. LTG, are you kidding me? Talked about me many, many times over the years, and I never said a word, and now finally he gets some of that shit back. These are all people who fucking came at the king first. You understand? This is not, hey, it's Phil's drama show where I just pick random people off the internet and make fun of them. That's not what I'm doing. And the fact that you don't understand that proves you're a dunce. Because you paid me $10 to leave 2 really stupid comments, and I keep your money.
Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
Man, you're dumb. Patrick, already my longtime fans and viewers are like, you know, we don't really enjoy the drama stuff. It gets you views. Like, take a look at my most viewed videos on this channel in the last week. You want to know what the most viewed videos are? Every single drama highlight I took out of the podcast and the Silent Hill 2 videos from day one. That's my biggest content. Everything else, you know, once you get through past the first day of a game, the views drop off, right? Excuse me. Oh my God.
Excuse me.
Now listen to this. Not fast enough says you're going to lose way more fans going to Kick purely off the stigma of the website. It begs the question, what's the motive of it? What fans are outright going to quit? Like if I'm only doing WWE Champions and maybe one random hangout session a week over there. Pops. Maybe 3 night streams, right? And everything else is here. My podcast continues. My major game playthroughs continue. Why would you quit? Like, what would you even do that for? That's also like, this is hilarious because that's just so hypocritical because that's like also saying, well, nothing bad ever happens on YouTube either. So it's totally fine for Phil to make content on YouTube because everything on YouTube is 100% kosher, but Kick is the devil. What, are you crazy? Have you any concept of what happens on YouTube on a daily basis and what they allow here? Some of the most messed up stuff you've ever seen. They don't even police this site unless someone reports shit, right? You know? And that's funny. A2A says, I don't even understand the stigma comment. It's like a better Twitch. The bottom line is none of these streaming services are squeaky clean, right? Twitch is fucking abhorrent with the shit that they do over there. It really is. I'm sorry. It's just, it's insanely bad over there. And they're just a horrible company when it comes to how they run the company. Insanely unprofessional. YouTube has tons of issues, namely with copyright, with content ID, with impersonation, with bullying allowed and shit like that. It's just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Lady Charisma, I understand what you're saying, but what you're saying is exactly applies to YouTube as well. Lady Charisma says, Kick allows so much, they don't ban unless they get pressed. YouTube doesn't ban unless they get pressed. As long as they're making money, YouTube allows anything, okay? There's entire channels on YouTube that are 100% defamation, bullying. You can flag the channel for bullying and they don't do anything. They don't care. YouTube is just as bad. That's pretty... I understand what you're saying. People literally go to Kick because they want to have that uncensored factor, correct? And Kick allows that. That I understand. That at that point you're making, I get. I would do my best to try to stop that with my streams. There's words I can block. There's bots I can put in place. I want to have a place where it's not going to be people coming in and saying every awful word under the sun, every insult, every doxing and shit. You know, I can't have that. I got to make sure that we find a way to try to control that over there, right? But the point that you're saying, oh, they don't ban anyone unless they get pressed. YouTube is just as bad. They don't give a crap. YouTube barely ever enforces anything. It's ridiculous. What if Kick offered me an undeniable deal to move there permanently? I would not move. He's a blatant fucking liar. See what I mean? This constructive criticism person isn't actually giving constructive criticism. They're just regurgitating troll memes over and over. And it just doesn't matter. The stuff you're saying doesn't matter. The people who are here on my streams enjoy my content, like me as a person, and, you know, are happy that I have admitted to my shortcomings in the last couple of months, fessed up to them, and I'm changing for the better. They like the changes I've made. They like the content I'm making. They like everything. So your point when you come in here and you say, oh, but Phil did this in the past and Phil did that in the past. Yeah, the past. You're right. The past is the past, you incredible mouth-drooling dunce. Stop it. And I mean that. Stop it. You guys are living in the past. It's the past. Now we're in the present and we're moving towards the future. We don't live in the past like you, where the detractors live. The detractors always live in the past. Like, they actually now, here we go again, like they don't do the same shit in a cycle, right? They're trying to circulate around some kind of a montage of me saying the N-word, despite the fact that in 16 years of content, I've never actually said the N-word. I've said variations of it in a time when I was like playing a character or reiterating what someone else said, like when Booker T accidentally said it on WCW TV, and I think I was playing like Prince of Persia 15 years ago, and I just said what Booker T said. Oh, you see, Phil says the N-word. No, I don't. I've literally never actually said the N-word once. I've only said variations of it in a comedic fashion, reiterating what someone else said or playing a character, and it was all a decade or more ago. You are full of shit. But this is what I mean. They literally regurgitate the same shit over and over and over as if it's something new because they live in the fucking past. That's what these morons do. Yeah, why do you think they wanted me to watch back the alternate choices run of Heavy Rain? There's a reason. Because that was one of the instances where I actually said that word. A variation of it, not the full word, not like they say, not the hard R, but the variation of it, because I was playing as one of the characters in the game. I was like doing voice commentary like I was them in the moment, as I used to do, that kind of improv commentary and shit. But I mean, that was 2010, right? It was 2010. It's 2024. I don't do that stuff anymore. I haven't in a very, very long time. People have called me out for it, said, Phil, you can't do that. It's not acceptable in any circumstance, to which I respond, you're right. I was wrong. I'm not going to do it anymore, right? But then here we go. All of a sudden, it's 2024, and my detractors want to act like I'm a racist again. It's like, no, you tried that last year and the year before and the year before and the year before and the year before. It's still the same shtick. You don't have anything to say anymore. You don't. There's nothing left. The stuff you're saying is so bullshit. You know what I mean? And they keep rehashing it, right?
It's actually pure grain alcohol I keep in here. You guys don't realize. You think it's a Mountain Dew Kickstar. Oh, no.
Oh my god, excuse me.